This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. A common question emerges for those looking to purchase a Rolex. Which model is the best fit? Beyond the brand's prestigious reputation, there exists a variety of choices, each with its distinct personality. In this video brought to you by the luxury world, we will explore the factors to consider when deciding, offering a guide to choosing a Rolex that not only keeps time, but also reflects your narrative. We will also explore the key factors to weigh when making this important purchase, offering a thorough guide to help you select the right Rolex for you. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we recommend doing so to stay updated with our future video releases. Popularity is entirely subjective and a bit of fun to discuss. Let us shuffle things around and see where we end up. We have put together what we believe reflects the consensus on popularity, though it is certainly open to debate. Feel free to disagree. However, we think the top 3 models are pretty firmly established. First, the Panda Daytona stands out. If you're considering a Rolex and thinking about popularity, the Panda Daytona is a must. It is one of the hardest Rolexes to acquire, specifically the 116500 reference, which is now discontinued. The newer 126500 model, with the updated bezel insert, also looks fantastic, but the 116500 remains extremely popular. In second place, we would rank the Pepsi GMT. It is highly hyped and for good reason. It is a beautiful watch that fits incredibly well on the wrist and pairs well with both sporty and dressy outfits. That is why it deserves its spot at number 2. Closely following in third place is another GMT, which is Batman. Since its debut in 2013, this model has been highly demanded both from authorized dealers and on the gray market, solidifying its place in the top 3. The rest of the list was more challenging to arrange. We placed a Submariner date at number 4, ahead of a blue sky dweller. Then, a Submariner no date at number 6, a blue Datejust on an oyster bracelet with a fluted bezel at 7, and a Pepsi meteorite at 8 due to its rarity and the unique meteorite dial. Further down the list, we included the white sky dweller, and finally, a vintage date at the bottom. The meteorite dial is particularly hard to find, and while the white gold bracelet and case might not be everyone's favorite, it adds to its exclusivity. While some people care about popularity, others prioritize the watch itself. Next, let us talk about newness. The year of the watch is important to many people, though perhaps less so to vintage collectors. For instance, someone might prefer 2024 Datejust over 2019 GMT Pepsi. It is all about personal taste. Now, we will sort it from newest to oldest. Interestingly, the Datejust has returned to its initial position. Many people prefer the latest models because they are under Rolex warranty. People love owning the newest items, whether it is cars, houses, or watches. Many of us psychologically desire to be the original owner of something. If you want a 2024 watch, you can go for models like the Blue Sky Dweller or the Blue Datejust 41. However, you cannot buy the exact 1991 Datejust 36 with its specific reference and dial color anymore. While some people prioritize having the latest, shiniest item, Rolexes are built to last a century, making the year of manufacture less critical. For instance, a 2019 GMT Pepsi and a 2024 GMT Pepsi look identical, despite a 5-year age difference and a price gap. Most watches here are modern, from the last 5 years, because that is the market where people care about the most. We have models from 2024, 2023, 2022, and 2019, with the 1991 date at the end. When considering a purchase, some think about whether a watch might be discontinued. There's debate on whether watches should be bought for investment purposes based on potential discontinuation. Some people do buy watches with this in mind. We will now mention watches that have already been discontinued and those that might be shortly. Okay, this is quite challenging. We do not think these watches are the best to discuss potential discontinuation, especially since some are already discontinued. For instance, this 36mm model and the old Panda reference are discontinued, as is this Sky Dweller 326 reference. There has been a lot of speculation about the GMT Pepsi being discontinued, but it is just guessing at this point. If any of these watches were to be discontinued soon, it might be the Pepsi or the Pepsi with the meteorite dial, as Rolex is reducing production of meteorite dials. The Batman GMT, in production for about 11 years, might be more likely to be discontinued compared to the 2 Submariners here. We really cannot imagine the Panda Daytona being discontinued soon, especially since the new Daytona line was just released in 2023 with 126 references. This Sky Dweller got a new reference last year, which is the 336. so it is also unlikely to be discontinued. The Datejust is such a fundamental Rolex model that discontinuation seems improbable. Ultimately, do not worry about whether a watch might be discontinued. Buy a watch you love and will enjoy wearing. It is like buying a house, you should choose one you would be joyful living in. Next, let us talk about size. Now, this is not a ranking from best to worst but from smallest to largest case size. We start with a 36mm day date and go up to a 42mm sky dweller. It is crucial to choose a watch that looks good on you and fits well. A popular watch may look amazing and be a worthwhile investment, but it is more important to buy something you want to wear that suits you. So, here is the size order. The 36mm day date is ideal for someone with slimmer wrists. Years ago, a 36mm Rolex was considered average, but now we have models like the 42mm Sky Dweller. The modern classics include the Submariner, now at 41mm, which is quite large. We have the 36mm day date, several GMTs and Daytonas at 40mm, Submariners at 41mm, and Sky Dwellers at 42mm. The 2020 update increased the Submariner's size, but the lugs and bracelet were slimmed down to balance this. Ultimately, the right size depends on your body type and preference. Some people can pull off a 42mm Sky Dweller just as well as others can wear a 36mm watch. Whether you are slimmer and prefer a larger watch, or vice versa, it is all subjective. Now, regarding prices, this is about gray market prices, not authorized dealer prices. These are the prices for those selling these watches as of July 2024, though they might differ if you watch them later. Here are the prices from highest to lowest. The GMT White Gold Meteorite is the most expensive, and the 2022 Submariner No Date is the least expensive. Price is a crucial factor, as mentioned at the start of the video. People often ask us which Rolex they should buy, and one of the first questions we ask is about their budget. Your budget will quickly determine what you are able to purchase. For example, with a budget under £10,000, you have the bottom 3 watches to choose from. From around £13,000 to £20,000, you have 5 watches, including steel Sky Dwellers, GMTs, and vintage full yellow gold day dates. Lastly, for a budget over £40,000, there is a watch around £41,000, £42,000. Price is crucial because it immediately narrows down your options. You need to consider all factors together: price, personal preference, size, and whether you want a new model. Price is a cornerstone in the Rolex buying journey. While the allure of owning a Rolex is undeniable, it is essential to approach the purchase with a clear understanding of your budget. The luxury market can be tempting, but overspending on a watch can have financial consequences. Sticking to your budget ensures you are making a purchase that aligns with your overall financial goals. What are your thoughts on the tips and guide for Rolex we discussed in this video? If you enjoyed it, please let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.